Hey, you. Ever feel like you're just, scrolling through life
Uh-huh.
and you see everyone else like unlocking some secret level maybe
Yeah.
while you're still trying to figure out the basic control?
Oh, totally. Or you dip your toe into the self-help world.
Yeah, and it's just, why? Overwhelming, right? Enough proven systems to fill, a small warehouse.
Exactly. It's a jungle out there.
Well, that's why today we figured let's go back, way back,
Yeah.
to a book that honestly kind of started it all for a lot of folks. A real OG.
That's right. We're pushing aside the fleeting trends, the Instagram advice for a minute.
Yeah?
Because you asked, and, well, we're diving deep. Today, it's the original 1937 edition of Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich.
The classic.
The classic, and the best part, you can actually find the whole thing for free on the Internet Archive.
No way. That's amazing. So accessible.
Talk about a resource that stands the test of time and doesn't cost a penny.
Exactly. Now listen, don't worry. We're not going to read you dusty old chapters word for word. That's not the plan.
Definitely not.
Our mission here on this deep dive is to pull out, say, 3 core insights. The big ideas from this legendary book.
The stuff that's stuck around for, what, nearly a century?
Pretty much. Because, well, it seems to work. Think of this as your shortcut to understanding some really foundational principles for, achieving things.
And hopefully we'll make it digestible, maybe even a bit fun.
Dare we say enjoyable. So ready to jump in?
Let's do it. So first up, Hill wastes no time hitting this really hard. The power of having a definite purpose.
Okay, definite purpose.
Yeah, and not just any purpose, but one fueled by a, quote, burning desire.
Right, okay, so definite purpose.
Yeah.
He doesn't just mean it'd be nice if I had more money or something vague like that.
No, not at all. It's much more intentional than that. Think about the difference between, say, I should probably eat better sometime versus,
okay, this week I'm adding a vegetable to dinner Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'm walking for 20 minutes after lunch. Specifics.
Exactly. That specificity is absolutely crucial. Hill puts it really powerfully. He says something like, wishing will not bring riches. Simple as that.
Just wishing. Nope.
But desiring riches with a state of mind that becomes an obsession, then planning definite ways and means to acquire riches, and backing those plans with persistence, which does not recognize failure, that will bring riches. Okay,
Right.
That's maybe a bit more formal than how he said it exactly, but the point is.
Wow, okay, so it's the desire plus the plan plus that grit, that burning desire thing.
Yes, the clear plan and that intense desire.
It makes you think of, trying to train my dog. Just wanting him to stop barking at the mailman doesn't do a thing. You need a specific plan, like the treats, the command, the timing, and you need that desperate desire for quiet when the mail arrives.
That's it, that burning desire. It's the engine, isn't it? It drives the action when things get, well, boring or difficult.
It really is. And if you think about goals you've actually hit, they probably weren't just, maybe someday. There was a clear picture, right?
A clear picture and a strong why.
So what really grabs you about this first idea?
For me, it's how active it is. It puts you firmly in the driver's seat. You're not just reacting, you're setting the course.
Charting the map.
And that burning desire, that's the fuel, especially for when, you hit those bumps in the road. We all do.
Oh, yeah. The roadblocks are inevitable. It's what separates the I'll try from the I will.
Exactly. It makes you persistent. So maybe for everyone listening, think for a sec. Is there one area where you've just been vaguely wishing? Could you make that wish a bit more definite? Sharpen the focus.
Good question. Okay, so building on that foundation, that definite purpose, Hill gets into something really interesting. Faith and what he calls auto-suggestion.
Right. Auto-suggestion. Sounds a bit clinical. Or maybe sci-fi.
Yeah, like you need special equipment or something. Is it complicated? Not like trying to hypnotize yourself in a dark room, I hope.
No, not quite that dramatic movie scene. Think of it more like consistently, intentionally feeding your mind.
Feeding it what? Positive thoughts.
Exactly. Thoughts and affirmations that actually line up with and support that definite purpose you just defined. Hill really believed that faith, which he saw as total unwavering belief you can achieve your goal, could be built up, cultivated through this process, through autosuggestion.
Okay, so it's kind of like installing your own personal cheerleader in your brain, rent-free.
That's actually a great way to put it.
But instead of just random go you, they're constantly reminding you, hey, remember that definite purpose. You got this.
Pretty much. And Hill argued this constant positive self-talk isn't just, making you feel good temporarily. He thought it actually influences your subconscious mind.
The subconscious, okay.
Which then, in turn, affects your actions, your decisions, even how open you are to seeing opportunities you might otherwise miss.
Oh, interesting.
He has this quote, let me see. Faith is the head chemist of the mind.
The head chemist? Okay.
When faith is blended with the vibration of thought, the subconscious mind instantly picks up the vibration, translates it into its spiritual equivalent, and transmits it to infinite intelligence, as in the case of prayer.
Whoa. Okay, infinite intelligence sounds pretty grand. But the core idea, it's about belief changing things at a really deep level.
That's how I read it. It's about the power of belief impacting your inner state, which then influences the outer reality.
So if you keep telling yourself with real feeling, I am achieving X, you're essentially reprogramming, rewiring that inner voice from, I don't know, maybe to, yeah, I'm doing this.
Exactly.
It's like that classic thing, don't think of a pink elephant and bam, pink elephant. Except here, you're deliberately planting, I don't know, positive green elephants, goal elephants.
Goal elephants. I like it. And Hill actually gives a very practical method for this. He says,
yeah.
Write down your definite purpose, clearly, concisely.
Okay, pen and paper.
Then write down what you intend to give in return for achieving it. What's the exchange? What effort? What service?
All right, it's not passive. There's an action involved.
Then read this whole statement aloud twice a day, morning and night.
Aloud, okay.
And here's the key. Read it with genuine emotion, conviction. And as you read it, try to see, feel, and believe yourself already in possession of the goal. Visualize it.
Now, I got to say, I know some people listening might be thinking, reading stuff out loud to myself feels a bit cheesy.
Totally understandable. It can feel awkward at first, for sure.
So how do you approach this auto-suggestion thing without feeling like you're, auditioning for a self-help seminar? Keep it authentic.
Yeah. Authenticity is key. It really doesn't have to be shouting affirmations in the mirror if that makes you cringe.
Sure.
Maybe it's just reading it quietly, but with focus during your morning coffee or just before bed. Find a ritual that feels right for you.
Okay.
The feeling behind the words, that conviction, that's way more important than the volume. And visualize the success, not just the end prize, but maybe the steps, the positive impact.
So consistency over intensity, maybe. Little and often.
Exactly. Small, consistent doses are probably more powerful than like one big awkward session you never repeat.
Right. Makes sense.
What's really fascinating is how Hill directly links this inner work, this belief building, to tangible results. He truly believed cultivating this unwavering faith literally attracts opportunities.
Wow.
And it guides your actions, maybe subconsciously, in ways that move you closer to the goal.
That's a powerful idea, aligning your inner world with your outer goals. Okay, so insight number 2. Become your own most convincing believer. Train your brain.
We got it. And that belief, that faith, while super important, it needs an outlet. It needs action. Which brings us right to our third key insight.
Okay, what is it?
The need for specialized knowledge and organized planning.
Okay. So we've got the dream, the definite purpose.
Yeah.
We've got the belief, the faith built by autosuggestion.
Yeah.
But Hill wasn't saying just sit back and manifest $1 million by thinking really hard, was he?
Oh, absolutely not. He was incredibly practical about this. Desire and faith, essential starting points, absolutely crucial. But they need to be paired with practical steps. Action. He hammered this home. Knowledge by itself isn't power.
Isn't that usually what they say? Knowledge is power.
Well, Hill's twist was that it's potential power. It only becomes actual power when it's organized and intelligently directed, applied.
Okay, applied knowledge.
Towards a definite end.
Yeah.
He basically said, knowledge is only potential power. It becomes power only when and if it is organized into definite plans of action and directed to a definite end.
Gotcha. So it's not about just hoarding facts or knowing a tiny bit about everything like on a trivia night.
Right. Not general knowledge necessarily.
It's about getting specific expertise. Stuff that directly relates to that definite purpose we talked about earlier.
Precisely. It's like, say you want to build a successful app. Knowing random historical facts isn't the specialized knowledge you need, right?
No, you need coding, marketing, user experience, specific stuff.
Exactly. And Hill also points out this specialized knowledge doesn't always mean a fancy university degree either. It could be through experience, apprenticeships, taking targeted courses online, reading specific books, even just connecting with and learning from people who already have the expertise. The key is being intentional about acquiring the right info.
The relevant info. Makes sense. Okay, so you get the knowledge. Then comes the organized planning part. This feels like where the rubber meets the road.
That's exactly it. All the desire, all the belief, it won't magically build the business or, write the book. You need a plan.
A roadmap.
Definitely. Hill really stresses breaking down your big goal into smaller, manageable steps, chunking it down, and creating a detailed plan, maybe even with timelines, moving from just the abstract idea to concrete, actionable steps, and then working the plan consistently.
Confession time. I am a master of making elaborate, beautiful plans. Color-coded spreadsheets, detailed lists.
Sounds familiar.
And then they just sit there, staring at me, accusingly. It's the actual doing that sometimes trips me up.
So many people feel that. It's like planning amazing, epic vacation maps, itinerary, everything perfect.
And then never actually packing the bag and leaving the house.
Yeah, totally. And Hill really emphasizes that even a basic, simple plan that you actually follow consistently, that's way more effective than some super complex, perfect plan that just gathers dust.
Simple and done is better than complex and ignored.
Exactly. And this is where the first two insights loop back in, you see. That burning desire, that unwavering faith.
They provide the motivation, the fuel to actually do the plan, even when it's hard or boring.
Precisely. They keep you going. So maybe another quick thought for everyone listening. What's one big goal you have right now? Could you break off just one tiny piece, one small, actionable step you could literally do, like today or tomorrow?
Just one small thing to get the ball rolling.
Yeah. So insight number 3 really ties it all together. Your powerful mindset. It needs practical, focused action, driven by the right knowledge and a solid, workable plan.
It's about moving beyond just thinking and actually, building the bridge to get where you want to go, brick by specific, knowledgeable brick.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, there you have it. Quite a journey back to 1937. In our deep dive into Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, we've really unpacked 3 pretty huge ideas.
Yeah, foundational principles, really. First, that incredible power of having a super clear, definite purpose, fueled by that intense, burning desire.
Right. Then second, the crucial role of faith. That deep belief and using autosuggestion, positive self-talk to build that belief and drive your actions.
And finally, the absolute necessity of pairing all that inner work with, the outer work, getting specialized knowledge and creating practical, organized plans and actually doing them.
Exactly. It's the whole package.
And these ideas, even though they were written down so long ago, they still feel incredibly relevant for anyone today, really.
Totally. They remind us that getting what you want isn't just like luck or waiting for things to happen.
No, it's about this powerful mix of clear intention, strong self-belief, and focused, smart action.
So on that note, here's a final little nugget for you to chew on. Thinking about your own goals, your own aspirations.
Yeah.
What's one small but definite step, keyword definite, that you can commit to taking, maybe even today, that will feed that burning desire and put one of these principles into practice? Just one small thing.
That's a great question to sit with. And hey, we really do encourage you, if any of this sparked your interest, check out the full book, Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah, definitely.
It's free on the Internet Archive, like we said. Go explore it for yourself. You might find other gems in there that really click with where you are right now.
Consider it your next step on your own learning journey. Go straight to the source.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks so much for joining us on this deep dive. We really hope it gave you some things to think about, maybe some actionable ideas.
I hope so too.
Until our next exploration, keep thinking, keep growing.
And keep taking those deliberate steps forward.